Hi guys, and welcome back to the Survival Project. It's been a minute since we've been on this world. I've been having a hell of a lot of fun just playing on the Unorthodox server, which you should definitely check that series out if you haven't yet. But yeah, I realise it's been a little while now since I've actually done a proper video within this world, and unfortunately, that is not going to change today either. Um, I don't really have very much time, and I'm going away for a week. So I just wanted to get something out and sort of talk about this world a little bit. Now, I'm definitely not dropping this series. I absolutely love this world. Right away down to the very first block we picked, which was this lilac here. I just really love everything about this world. Even the resource pack, I want to get back into working on that as well. Just getting the best sort of textures that I can. But yeah, I figured today I'd do a little bit of a tour of what we've done so far, and we can talk about what we're going to do going forwards. As I say, I've spent a lot of time in the SMP server that I'm currently a part of, and that is really, really awesome. It's just eating up a lot of my time because we're doing a lot of the early game stuff and early game setup, so there's a lot of grind work involved. So I've not even really thought about jumping into this world to do anything. But yeah, let's just have a little walk around and see what's going on everywhere. So, for those of you that are new as well, it'll be a good place to sort of pick this series up. And yeah, let's just start at the beginning, I suppose. So, this was the very first house that we ever built. It looked a little bit different to begin with. I didn't have these textures. I think I originally started this just using the Germsy Boy texture pack, which was cool. It looked good, don't get me wrong, but I wanted to build a texture pack that was aimed towards a Japanese sort of theme. This entire world is a Japanese theme, and it's all built on one island. So yeah, this was our little starter house. Not very little, but it really didn't take too long to build up. I'm pretty certain I built this while I was still in full iron. I also built up this original cliff face as well. I think that was the very first episode. Um, just because I really love doing this sort of stuff. I need to add all of the variation into the rest of the cliffs around the place, but yeah, it's all looking really good. We got a nice little plant pot thing here. I don't know, I just think it was a nice addition. It just sort of filled the area out a bit. So we used this house for quite a long time. I was using barrels as my main sort of storage, and we very quickly outgrew this. But the very next project I really worked on was building up a village breeder and iron farm. I knew that was something that I was going to want to do really early on. So we got this little tree area here, which is just the vanilla dark oak trees. Obviously, the leaves, the texture for the leaves is different. It's just something I wanted it to have a bit of a different tone to it, just to make things look a bit different. But yeah, I love the feeling going along here. We got loads of like vegetation and that, just grass all over the place, and really simple lighting because I've always struggled with street lights, so I kind of just went with wall, lantern, perfect. But yeah, we built up this, which is our iron farm. It's the Doc M77 iron farm, and it is currently overflowing. I can tell because I just picked a load of stuff up. 9 times out of 10, this thing's overflowing these days. I really need to step up the storage situation on this, but yeah, I mean that can wait for another time. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so yeah, it's just a really simple little setup. There's no spawning space around for the golems to go anywhere other than this platform or those two platforms down there, and they fall down here into a fire pit and die and provide me with an insane amount of iron. It's not the quickest version of the iron farm in the world, but it does work really, really well, and yeah, it's just really handy. I'm really glad it was something that I rushed early game, and I think like it's kind of just shown me that that is something you should do. As soon as you start a new world, you should rush iron farms and rush villager trading. Of course, villager trading is going to change a bit in 1.15 when that comes out, but in fact, actually, I think 1.15 will be out by the time this video comes out. So yeah, we built that cool house, and I really love the way all of this is. It's like everything's sort of broken. Your vision's broken until you actually get right up to it, and then you can see the build. So this is like a cool little viewing point from it. I just wanted it to be a bit broken up, not have everything so flat. This is our little nether portal. You can come out of it in 4 different directions. it's kind of cool. I think I like the design more when I first made it as opposed to what I do now, but I still think it looks really good. So yeah, that's all really great. And yeah, we just got a load of flowers coming along the edge of this cliff here now, and I just think, maybe a little bit overkill on the flower front, but yeah, it looks good and it suits the bill. So if we fly off out here, if we could take off, please. Yeah, if we fly off out a little bit, you could just see it just adds to the line of the island and just makes it look really cool. And yep, this here, let's get to the entrance of it actually. This is probably one of my favourite builds that I've ever done. And it's not even that much of a complicated thing, but this basically explains everything I enjoy doing in Minecraft. I love making really natural looking areas. So I decided that I wanted to build a little bit of a a little bit of a park, and this is the design I come up with. So I built this pond area, and we got some turtles and tropical fish swimming around. I think I should have added a bit more variation into the rocks there, because that looks a little bit boring, but you can see all the fish swimming about there. And yeah, we got all completely custom trees all the way through here. They all follow a fairly similar design, but each one of them is unique and different. And I just think it's way more interesting than just chucking a regular Minecraft tree. And in the back there, we got a Sakura tree or a cherry blossom, if you want to call it a cherry blossom. And that is right in the middle of an island where all of our turtles like to hang out. I was going to keep this as sand, but I opted to actually just change it to grass just because I think overall it has a better effect. It's just sleep, uh, of course. Sometimes with shaders, it feels like it's night before it is night, but it will be night very soon. So yeah, we got this little bridge that's just made out of campfires, and I think when the campfire was introduced to the game, like this was kind of just done a hell of a lot, but it really works and it just fits the bill. These turtles can't actually escape this bit of water. Right, let's see if we can sleep real quick. Yes, we can. Excellent. So, yeah, if we keep following this little park round, there's loads of like just little seating areas. It just goes off in all sorts of directions. So we got this little one here, so we can overlook this little bay area. And yeah, I think that's just great. There's another one just on that side there. And there's loads of like height variation in it all as well. I think I'm really proud of this. Uh, quite a bit of time went into it. I don't think definitely not like one of my longest projects, but time definitely went into this. So yeah, this all looks really cool. And then yeah, you can just see the bridge as well. This bridge video is actually my most popular video on YouTube, and I really love the design, and I'm just glad that it sort of hit off the way it has. I imagine Japanese style bridge Minecraft is a fairly frequently searched term, so that would explain why it's got so many views. But yeah, I just think it's just a really cool design, and it was my first step into adding roofs onto bridges as well, and I think that just worked out really great. Now this was our first sort of mega build, and again we did this one fairly early on as well. This houses our villager breeder and our villager trading. I think the villager trading area is completely broken at the moment, but that's fine. These things happen. At the back here, we've got another little garden area, which I think looks awesome as well. Loads of plants all over the place, and you can see our portal for getting into the unorthodox server there. The interesting thing about this is I used blue concrete to create like a blue screen so that I could take a little section of the trailer video, which is the portal effect, to yeah, just make the whole thing look like the actual portal. That was just using just some really basic blue screen editing in DaVinci Resolve. So yeah, that wound up looking really good. I was really proud of how that one came. So yeah, if we come back over this way and we will go over the bridge real quick, and there's just another like little view of the. I really love that build. In fact, actually, let's get a little flyby. I don't want to spend too much time looking at one thing, but I think this one is definitely worth the look. because I think it looks awesome and I'm really proud of it, basically. Yeah, just loads of different layers to it, basically. It's really cool. And actually, something I didn't show, and I don't think this works anymore because the zombie despawned, but the villagers find their way up here, and there was originally a zombie in there that would come along and transform them, and then they'd eventually just disappear um, due to spawning and all of that sort of stuff. Let's land on back down here. So if we come across this bridge, we then walk into our little bamboo forest. It's really quite basic. There's just loads of bamboo on top of podzol. I think the podzol makes the right effect for a bamboo forest. And it's just trapdoors all the way along here. And this is going to bring us to our first automated storage area. And it's our only one at the moment. But I already have plans to sort of expand our storage because we need to. So yeah, again, we got another really cool little pond area. Just again, loads of vegetation absolutely everywhere. I don't have any coral in this one, but I don't think I'm going to add any either. I kind of like that it's just got the green. Yeah, this is another build that I'm really happy with. You can see I'm really trapdoor heavy on this world. Like I spent a lot of time making my textures for the trapdoors. So this one here is the jungle trapdoor. I just changed it to make it look a bit like fence posts, I suppose. But yeah, I just think it helps to add like another really cool layer. Yeah, this is just a bog standard simple storage room. I was using barrels rather than chests though. Um, Mainly because I don't tend to stockpile too much. I like to use what I gather. So I only really gather when I know that I need something. So moving on around here, we're going to come into a little custom forest that I've made. And yeah, again, this one I'm really, really proud of. I think it looks great. Again, a lot of time went into this one. It actually took a hell of a lot longer than I thought it would, but yeah, there's just loads of like little bits of vegetation and that about the place, and I didn't want to keep it as grass. I could have just kept grass blocks, and it probably would have helped with color popping a little bit more. But actually, I really like this effect. I think it's a little bit unique for a forest area, and again, the pods all looks like there's fallen leaves and twigs on it as well, which helps. This brings us to our little tea shop. Now, down beneath this, we've got a skeleton spawner and a double spider spawner, I believe. That's if we go all the way down here, but we're not going to do that because it's pretty much at base level. Oh, I love this as well. Using the lecterns as a pillar. Like, it's such a sort of simple design, but because of the way the lectern is a bit of a unique block, it creates a really nice effect and actually makes it look like a pretty decent pillar. But yeah, this was, again, another fairly simple design. But simplicity tends to ring out the best 9 times out of 10. Yeah, and this is just a little house basically for the owner of the tea shop. So the tea shop's seen as, like, to me anyway, it's a little pit stop for people who are traveling around the island. And this is completely empty, so we're gonna move on. In fact, we're gonna fly because it'll be quicker. And look at this. I think that looks amazing. All of those flowers all about the place. So up here, I needed a solution for mending, and I really didn't want to go off and build a gold farm again. In this world, I don't really have much need for gold, other than golden carrots, but I can trade to get gold anyway. So I decided to stick with the villager trading idea. So I built this little shrine, is what I called it. And what happens is, you come over here. This is full to the brim with bottles of enchanting that I've traded. We must be running a little bit low. Yeah, there's a few still in that one, and none still in that one. So we have used quite a lot of them. But basically, when you want to mend stuff, you just come stand on the pressure plate, and you get splashed by experience points. It's really quick, doesn't require you to travel anywhere. And yeah, ideally, when we progress a little bit more, I'll probably put another one on that side of the island and probably one over there as well. Just so wherever we go, we can just get the experience that we need. And I realised at this point as well, I didn't really have an enchantment area. So I built up this shrine as well. It follows a fairly similar design to that one up there, but it is a little bit different. And yeah, we just come in, we got our enchantment table and all of that sort of cool stuff. Out in the distance there, I actually built Kame House from Dragon Ball Z. Now, beneath that is our creeper farm, because we need to get gunpowder somehow. There's also a zero-tick sugarcane farm there, just so we can get the paper as well. So, yeah, no, that's really cool. It's a really flat design, and actually I think it could do with some work, but I don't think it looks too far off what Kame Island looks like, Kame House even looks like in Dragon Ball Z, especially not from this sort of a distance. I think that looks pretty on the money. Do I have a bed on me? No, I don't. Yeah, let's just fly. In fact, actually, this is a good time to show off this build, I suppose. So, obviously, being on an island, we're going to need some form of lighthouses about the place. So I built up this one here, and I think it's sort of like in a prime location. I did have to build that terrain myself, but yeah, it looks so cool. Like, it's just every time I look at the builds in this world, I surprise myself that I'm the one that made them. Yeah, I just love it. I love everything about it. The location, you got the sunset coming on that side and the sun rises on the other. It's just really, really cool. We've got another one of these little gateways built up here as well. But yeah, we'll just get a bit of a better look at it from down here. And yeah, basically all of this follows around. We're pretty much coming to the end of this now. As I say, I've done quite a bit. I mean, we're on episode 23 here, but also I feel like there's not too much at the same time. But at any rate, if we come round here and we jump through here, we got another little bridge that I built up. This was in one of the latest episodes I did. It's yeah, it's quite a nice design. Again, it's another thing. I think this needs a little bit of work, but I also think it looks great. So yeah, I'm really happy with it. This island over here, we're preparing for a little zoo project. We've got a really, really simplistic bridge over there. And that basically does bring us to the end of our tour because there's not too much more to say about any of this. Yeah, going forwards though, when we sort of jump back into this world after I come back from my week away, I am going to be. It is also coming up to Christmas, so releasing videos is probably going to slow down a fair amount. But yeah, we're going to be definitely working up on this zoo area now. We need to collect some more animals, and there's a little bit more that we need to do to prepare for it. But the island is pretty much ready to begin building on, so yeah, I need to come up with exactly how I want to do it. I think I got burnt out on this world actually because I cleared out an ocean monument, and for some reason every time I do that it kind of makes me feel a bit. It's because it takes such a long time. It just makes me feel a little bit like, oh, okay, here we go again, sort of thing. But yeah, no, I absolutely love this world. I've put a lot of time and a lot of effort into this one, and I think it shows, and I think it just looks really, really great. I'll have trapdoors everywhere. Trapdoors, pressure plates everywhere just to stop mobs from spawning up on the roofs because I want to have a lot of mob control. The ultimate goal here is to eventually just have villagers roaming around the entire island freely with absolutely no worry of dying. But yeah, I'm probably going to jump into a replay mod sort of overview of the island in a second. And that'll probably just bring us into the outro. But yeah, I really hope that you are enjoying this series, and I really hope you're enjoying the Unorthodox series as well, because, as I say, it's been so much fun to just jump in and play with other people that it even made me forget about this world and this series. I was just so focused on what I was doing there. Anyway, with all of that being said, I hope you have a good day, and I hope you've had a good day, and I will catch you guys in the next video, and let's roll the replay mod.